Hello, it's Sabrina Moreland from the Walter State Library, and I'm going to quickly show you how to check those database citations that you get for your psychology paper. So what I've done is I've set everything up as far as the APA style requires, and Audrey Shoemaker's video on how to set up your paper, your pagination, if you're using an abstract, all that good stuff. Is one of the videos that we've included in this class, and I would be sure to take a look at that to get all of that set up, including your hanging indent, double spacing, and so forth. So I have all of that set up, and I've already copied and pasted and merged my formatting for these citations. So what I'm going to do is look at the APA Purdue OWL site to check to make sure these are written properly. So here's the formula that I would use for article from an online periodical with a DOI assigned. That's a digital object identifier, and the databases normally show us what that is. You don't include the database name, and you don't include it URL if it's there. So sometimes that happens. So we will follow this formula and use these examples just to make sure these are written the way they should be. So we start with the last names of the authors. If there's more than one, we put an and symbol in between there. We have the year. We don't write out, of course, the author's full names. We use their initials. Title of article is usually in lowercase except for the first word, which is capitalized, the first letter in the first word. And then anything after a colon is capitalized, that first word, and then any proper nouns. Our title of our periodical is italicized, as is the volume. And then the issue is written without italics, page numbers, DOI. And so we're going to make sure that that first citation follows this. So we have Fox, initials, date, the maintenance of behavioral change, colon, the is capitalized, case for long-term follow-ups. American Psychologist is the journal and it's italicized. The volume is italicized. Issue 8 is not. We have our page numbers, and then we have the DOI. In the second example, we have multiple authors, so that's going to be a little different when we do our in-text citation. But we have all of our initials here, and the last person's name is listed. We have our date, living with the unexplained, colon. Now here's something we would have to edit. So I'd say coping would have to be capitalized. Distress and depression among women with chronic fatigue syndrome and or fibromyalgia compared to an autoimmune disorder. That's quite a title. We have our journal italicized, our volume, our issue is not. We have the page numbers and the DOI. And it's really up to your instructor, I suppose, if she wants the URL to be live or not. So you can always, of course, change that as well. And so I have all of that set up. I've used, like I said, the Purdue OWL site to double check all of these components. Now, if I were going to cite these in my paper, since they're on my reference page, and of course they must be cited in my paper, I would use the author and then the date. So for the first one, just an example, if I paraphrase something or I was reviewing the article or just talking about the article at large and getting information from it, my parenthetical citation would look like Fox, 2013. Now, the other one, the second citation is a bit different because it's more than one author. And so I could, if I were doing an in-text citation, I could say research by McInnes et al. 2014 states, and then whatever it is I'm saying about that piece. Now I got this information again from the Purdue OWL site, this time under in-text citations and how to do authors. So it has reference list authors, right? So I went into that section and I found if you have a work by 3 or more authors, then you follow this information. So you just need to go through either the Purdue OWL site, an APA manual, or the library citation guides to figure out, is this edited properly and set up properly? If you have any more questions about citations or any help with your APA formatting, just let me know. Again, be sure to watch Audrey's video about how to set up your paper in APA. It's extensive, it's very detailed. You can contact her if you if you want to regarding APA. However, since I am the one that has taught for your class and am in contact with your instructor, you should contact me first because Audrey is embedded in other classes. So again, thanks for listening and have a great day.